reparei direito.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman.
Idioma mais legenda, mas só tem legenda, não tem idioma. Certinho, né, o bagulho? Tá.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Eu gosto de falar da outra vez, cara, mas não onde que eu vou arrumar água. É aqui, possivelmente.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Eu tô meio perdido nos botões. Não vai ficar tanto tempo sem jogar um joguinho.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, Nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Do you require medical assistance, Nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Onde que eu vou achar esse maluco? Ah, tá aqui. Dr. Corcoran Tippett.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippett, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Caraca. Tá. Essa missão secundária eu já fiz. Eu poderia continuar o objetivo, mas eu vou ver. Eu vou dar uma volta, vou trocar de lugar se eu conseguir. Eu não sei como que eu vou fazer isso. Tem uma ponte. Será que a ponte tá aberta? Estado de distrito é grave. Eu vou acabar morrendo, mas deixa eu dar uma olhada. Oi. Tá pego, o bicho é nível alto, mano. Vai vir? Vai vir? Nossa! Não, não dá não. Eu levei um único tapa, mano. A minha vida. Quase que eu morri com um tapinha, mano. Caraca. Ah não, vou continuar o objetivo, vou ficar passeando não, quase deu merda. Tá, não posso me curar aqui. Não.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, Your Ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Ele é bonito. Tô errado.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
The pain. It's here again.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Mas eu vou ter que falar com todas as enfermeiras agora. Eu não sei nem como chegar ali. Ah, aqui.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Pippa, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Carai.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Algum dia, talvez eu pegue pra desvendar todos esses negócios, as conversas, as pistas de cada funcionário. Tá, tinha um maluco aqui. Essa aqui.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Caralho, onde tá o outro?
What's that do? This isn't even my name.
Eu vou falar com esse maluco, que esse maluco tá muito estranho aqui embaixo.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but... well, we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
Será que foi o maluco
I
que eu
can't go
matei?
there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Pelo menos um bagulho de rato, né? Eu vou poder saciar a sede de sangue. Chupar sangue de ratinho.
It's locked, all right.
Quero chegar a achar a doutora Dorothy, mas onde que ela tá? Será que ela não tá lá embaixo? A mulher tomou chá de sumiço, mano. Ela sumiu. Escondeu os batimentos sangue. Os batimentos cardíacos. Ah, tá ali, ó.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Caraca, mano. Eu quero ratinho, ratinho, tem ratinho. um bicho aqui que eu tinha visto lá de cima.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Vou matar esse aqui que tá aqui em cima primeiro. Salve, Nathan. Tudo mais um pouco. Salve, irmão. Mais um bagulho aqui pra pegar. Aqui deve ter sido de onde eu vim, mais ou menos. Onde que tá esse cidadão aí? Salve, cidadão. Que foi, cara? Se recomponha.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Tá, eu não consigo fazer um check-up médico no maluco. Será que tem mais? Será que tem mais? Acho que não. tô ouvindo barulho. Espera um minutinho. Tá.
What sort of creature is this?
Here's what's left. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Ó, cara. Eu achei o objetivo literalmente sem querer, mano. Ratinho bom. Tinha mais um rato? Não. Espero que ele é o quê? É um rato morto. Aqui tem um baúzinho que eu peguei antes. Tinha um outro caminho pra cá. Não sei nem se tem como passar ali, ó. Ah tá, é o mesmo lugar que eu tava antes. chatão de matar aquele boss, ó, aquele chefão. É um rato, um humano rato, vampiro. Cara, é um pouco de tudo e mais um pouco, mano. Cadete Brian. É, tipo, tem um soldado ali em cima e um vampiro aqui embaixo. Soldado nível 3 e o vampiro nível 5. Eu vou matar aqui. Vou matar o vampiro e vou embora. Deixa eu jogar na água. Um scalpo, tio. Deu uma lagada no meu jogo. E que eu vou voltar pra mesma missão que eu tava antes. Esqueci a hora. Arriscado. Ah, eu corri. Pô, ele veio mó tapão, mano. Vocês tapam dói de mim. Pô, não dá nem pra brincar de um tapinha, não dói, mano. Oh, uma faca grande com o nome.
This is an impressive knife. There's a name engraved on the metal. Clay. What kind of man puts his name on a knife?
É tipo isso, mano. Quem coloca o próprio nome numa faca, o maluco vai ser... O cara vai lá e saqueia alguém, esquece a faca no cara, já era. Tem um baú ali, mano. Pertinho. Tá aberto. Hospital Pinbook. O que aconteceu? Bagulho do nada, literalmente. Eu vou começar a carregar agora. Vocês vêem um bagulho nas minhas armas. Eu lembro que a gente arruma o inventário. É tu. Do Outright. Tem 1900 de XP, eu vou dar uma olhada no lugar de descanso. Que merda, cara. Eu matei o cara nem... Eu matei o cara, tipo, poxa, que merda. Era missão secundária do jogo, já não dá pra fazer mais. Tá cheio de trocar minha arma. Facão usado, 45 de dano. Arma de 2 mãos. Não vou mais usar pistola, vou tentar usar esse outro item aqui. tirar um ronco. Coagulação. Bloqueia o sangue do alvo nas veias e o deixa indefeso. Esse aqui é massa. Não sei se vale a pena. Eu vou aumentar minha autofagiga. A autofagia vai ser bom. Isso aqui é massa. Para se curar instantaneamente e receber um bônus de regeneração de vida. Mas é 2000, mano, que assalto. Hospital Pembroke. O que eu posso tirar daqui? Tirar esse véu. Nem uso. Quero falar com o doutor. O doutor não tá aqui, é bom que eu já pego um negócio. Deve ter mais alguma carta. Ih, tá aqui, mano. Caraca, o maluco brotou.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have met Lady Ashbury.
She's a fascinating woman, wouldn't you agree?
Is she the true reason you recruited me? To work on her condition and addiction for blood? A part of me is thinking I've been played.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
Agora não. Tô com preguiça, muita coisa. Ah, mano, eu vou ter que ir lá pra Whitechapel, onde tinha aquele bichão forte lá. Vou levar um couro. Brotar dois aqui lá eu morro. I am losing Bolt, mano. Na prova de 100 metros. O cara é o Flash, ó. Pra o Flash. Scalperoides. Eu tenho que matar aquele bicho. Eu vou tentar matar ele. Fala, bicho feio. Caraca, essa arma é massa, mano. Bicho é muito forte, mano. Nunca descobri uma nova investigação. Tem um combatente Prior, né? Nível 10. Agora minha habilidade seria massa. Só que eu tirei ela. Acho que eu vou por aqui. Tem quantos?
It's closed.
1, 2, 3, 4, contando 5, contando com aqueles. Que? O maluco falou grenade? Como assim? Como vou vir parar aqui, mano? Apertei X pra ver se tinha item no chão, o maluco teleportou eu. Tem alguma coisa decente? Não tem nada. Ah, no esconderijo. Pronto, melhorei meu porrete, mano. Um, dois, três. vagabundo. Que... Tá, meu objetivo é pra lá. Eu vou seguir um pouco pra cá. Quero testar essa faquinha. Tem um bebê chorando. Que agonia. Dá mó dó. Ah, eu acabei de vir daqui.
It's locked.
Tá, a porta está trancada. Por onde que eu vou ir agora, mano? Me explica. Não dá, aqui tem uma barreira invisível.
I cannot enter.
Gripe, influenza. Influenza com pneumonia. Vou dar um tapa. Não gostei muito não, ela tem roubo de sangue. Tem 3. Algoz incendiário Prime. Vou eliminar os que estão lá embaixo primeiro. Monstro grande. Agora vem a dúvida. O que aqueles 3 vagabundos estavam fazendo lá com um desgraça gigante aqui, mano?
It's locked, all right.
Não vou pro outro distrito não.
Die, man! Shit, that leech is fast!
I cannot enter. Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fella.
E eu irei para aquele esconderijo e finalizarei o game.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I'm perfectly fine, thanks to my miraculous elixir. You, on the other hand, look pale and tired, Doctor.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Caramba, bagulho. Mas é bom. Tem mais de escudeirinho. Está ótimo. Levar só um pouco de escudeirinho. Escondernagem. Tomar alguma coisa? Isso aqui é o estoque. Aqui é os bagulho pra sair daqui de dentro. Então irei salvar o jogo. Pronto, galera, eu vou encerrar a live por aqui. Nos vemos na próxima e boa noite.